Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Schmoedown Tea Time. Very quickly, today's video is not going to be a big edited video. I'm literally recording from my laptop, and if you want to see my analysis / breakdown of Collider Collision, I usually do a reaction thread on my Twitter, so be sure to follow me at Abigail Friel. I'll probably upload a video later in the week breaking down the entire event, but just if you want my very quick thoughts, that will be on my Twitter. I am really uploading this just to preview Collision and kind of also break down the two matches earlier this week, as I am trying to really figure out my schedule in terms of how I'm going to edit, and then also just how it's going to work with the release of the Schmoedown matches and then how I edit it, because I do like my reaction videos to be edited and nicer than this. I usually am not recording from my laptop. So anyway, this week we had the Inner Geekdom Fatal 4-Way. I loved Brandon Hanna. I'm excited for his future in the Inner Geekdom League. I think that he is going to be one of the future stars of the Inner Geekdom. I watched an interview with him on the Call to Action podcast, and I really liked where he is headed in terms of he's not really focused on a faction, he's not really focused on what side he's on, he's just gonna prove that he's worthy of being a good player in the league. And we had Chandru, who I think also has a future in the Inner Geekdom League. Chance did really good, and so did Keaton. Keaton kind of played as usually good as she does, and so I thought it was a good match all around. I was really entertained by it, and yeah, that was kind of, my charger. That was kind of my thoughts on the Inner Geekdom. And then on Friday, we had Robert Meyer Burnett versus Tom Dagnino. It was a very entertaining match to watch, but not very thrilling in terms of points being scored. I think that it proved that they are both better off as managers. And honestly, I kind of forgot that they had a match. I didn't even really remember they had a match until I was clicking the video, and it was doubleheader. I don't know. I don't know if I personally never saw the promo for it. I don't know. But so that was that match. Robert Meyer Burnett won. I think that I expected him to win a lot more than he did. He barely beat Tom Dagnino. There wasn't really any stakes to the match. I don't know if Robert Meyer Burnett is going to have a future in the singles league, because even though he did beat Tom Dagnino, it wasn't a good match for either of them that proved that they can handle it in the future and go up against other players. So I don't know, maybe we'll see. I think they're both focused on managing, and of course they will both be represented in the Manager Bowl later today. And then we had JTE and Liz Shannon Miller. I think that Liz and JTE both did a very good job. I was kind of annoyed personally with JTE being very salty about the questions he got. I feel like that kind of happens a lot when people lose and they are those questions are insane. And a couple of them really were intense questions, but that's kind of that. There's not really anything that they previewed that I can remember off the top of my head. I am looking forward to seeing him in his team with Lon Harris. I think that, I don't know, I feel like he is maybe better as a teams player. He's very much hit or miss in terms of singles. I think he needs a strong teammate, and we'll see with that. And I'm excited for Liz Shannon Miller today. I'm so, a rookie who just went 3-0, and now she is playing in a main event against Paulo Yama. I cannot wait for today's match. So I guess we'll just get into it. The post-credit scenes this week were very much just getting ready for Collision. A lot of them were the managers choosing the person to represent them in the Manager Bowl. And honestly, that's kind of the match I'm most excited for. I think that it's always very interesting, and I think the Manager Bowls have always been very interesting, and it's kind of no stakes. There's not going to be records. No one's record is a factor. I mean, that's what I mean by that. It's kind of an exhibition match, but it does have stakes, and whoever wins is going to their manager is going to be the commissioner for a month. And I think that's really exciting. I am interested to see how Drew McWeeny does against John Roca. Those would probably be like just my educated guesses for who is going to win, either John Roca or Drew McWeeny. Probably more John Roca. Drew McWeeny, I don't know how much he has been studying in terms of his time off in the Schmoedown. I know he is kind of making a comeback with the family and like his like team with Drew Guy, but I don't know. We'll see. I think they're both one of the greatest Schmoedown players ever. But okay, also JK, there's Janine the Machine. So I don't know. Like, I think those three will probably be the people that last the longest / have the best chance of winning. So yeah, I do think Eric Zipper and Stacey Howard are good competitors, but they can be very much hit or miss. I would definitely, and Janine is not as much hit or miss, but like John Roca is just a crazy good player in terms, like I'm just a big John Roca fan. So that's my guess. John Roca will probably win with maybe Drew McWeeny or Janine the Machine being second or getting close to winning or maybe beating them. That's like, this is a really bad breakdown. I am sorry, I'm talking so fast. I just want to get this video out so that I have something uploaded this week for Schmoedown, so I'm sorry. Then we have the number 1 contenders match with Paul Oyama and Liz Shannon Miller. I didn't really think about who I wanted, or not who I wanted to win, but who I think would win. I think they're both evenly matched. I think Liz Shannon Miller kind of comes in with like, I don't want to say no emotion, but she doesn't feel like she has a lot more, like, Paul Oyama comes in with a lot of, like, pressure on him already. He's being compared to other family competitors. I feel like he's still constantly proving himself. And same goes for Chance Ellison, that they are former family competitors, and now they are in the Schmoedown, and they're constantly still being called, like, the fan league players. And so I feel like he just has a lot more emotionally going into these matches. And Liz Shannon Miller, like she said in her post-game interview, a lot of the stuff is just stuff that she knows. So we'll see how that goes. I'm probably going to guess that Liz would win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Paul would win. It's kind of a toss-up there. I think that they both have a shot at the belt. If either of them wins, I think they would have a chance of maybe beating Dan Murrell. Who knows? Anyway, then we have Kevin Smets versus Mike Kalinowski. Okay, I am a big Mike Kalinowski fan, but I do feel like Kevin Smets has just come in to this league like no other rookie we have seen before in terms of his domination and his determination to win, and just the way he has cremated almost every match. He has destroyed every opponent he has played, like almost all knockouts, or TKOs. I feel like they both have very intense like training regimens, and I feel like that's also like a little bit of a scandal. I don't really know what that whole thing was with like Collider Live and like Roxy and him and the whole training thing. Anyway, I feel like they are both very intense in terms of their studying. I don't know personally what their studies plans are, but I feel like Kevin Smets is very prepared, and not that Mike Kalinowski isn't. I feel like it's just gonna be coming down to like who studied more, because these questions are so intense now in the Inner Geekdom, and they know them, but I don't know. It'll really be too it honestly will be like in overtime, like when it goes into sudden death. That's like my guess, is that it will literally go into sudden death and be a repeat of earlier this year in the Schmoedown Throwdown with Rachel Kutching and Mike Kalinowski. So I would probably give the edge to Kevin Smets, but again, like the Paul Oyama and Liz Shannon Miller match, I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Kalinowski wins. I think that Kevin Smets just has a lot more determination to win, but that's not discrediting Mike Kalinowski either. They both want to win and they both want to keep that belt, but I feel like Kevin Smets, this is his moment to win, and I would be very excited if he did. For the I think it's the final match. I don't know if I was doing those in the right order, the matches in the right order. I really don't know what order it's in. For the championship match with the Shire Wolves and the Odd Couple, I was very, as much as I was excited for Mark and Draco, I was really sad to see the Shire Wolves lose their belt. So I really would love to see if they could get that belt back. I feel like they have brought so much to the league, especially for me as a female viewer. I would definitely, I don't know like how intense everyone's gonna be. I think that they want, like, it's literally just a repeat. Obviously it's called Shirewolves versus Odd Couple 2, and I think it's just gonna be as intense as it was a month ago when they played each other. So we'll see. I don't know who's gonna win that one. I literally don't, like, this is a really bad preview video because I'm like, I don't know, but maybe I would probably give the edge to the Shirewolves. I think that they're hungry for those belts again. They want them back, and that they just didn't play their best game. I feel like they both said that in the post-game interviews that day. They didn't play their best game, and today they are going to. So I'm going to give the edge to the Shirewolves. Let's see. That's all the matches. Yeah, there's only 4 this year. There's only 4. There's only 4 this year. Yeah, so that is my preview of Collider Collision. Be sure to like and subscribe, and look out for my Twitter thread at Abigail Friel. If you've watched this far, thank you for listening to me rant. I'm getting so tired just talking this much without editing. Yeah, so be sure to go to my Twitter, and I will have a total breakdown of Collider Collision, like, probably early in the week, next week. So I don't know when I will exactly be watching the Collision because I do have plans today. So I don't know if I'll necessarily be watching it live, but it will definitely be there before, it'll definitely be here today. I will watch the whole thing by the end of tonight. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment what you are looking forward to in the Collision today. And yeah, that's it. This is I don't know how this video is going to go. So, okay. Bye.